They fight back.
I'm not really surprised. Like, it's in their DNA. There are people that would rather die fighting to stay here than go back to a country where they're going to do nothing but suffer.
Y'all didn't learn your lesson from your ancestors when they got whooped by the Haitian slaves back in the 1800s?
It's literally in our DNA. What you think was going to happen? You going to come to a whole neighborhood full of Haitians in Brooklyn, New York, and you thought you was going to snatch one of them up?
Are you guys going to expect us to feel bad for you?
And Hispanic people, Latino community, whatever, we need to take notes from the Haitian.
Stop the BS. It's been, funny to see. I'm just going to start this video off by saying this. We are a nation of immigrants mixed with people who obviously were born here. You do not have the right to move to another country. I know people think that you should be able to move wherever you want and all this other stuff, but you do not have the right to just come into another country and set up shop. You don't have that right. These videos about the Haitians attacking ICE. First of all, I have not seen a video of that yet. I think it's cap. I think it's bullshit. Look, I love immigrant people. I've met many immigrant people, and they're lovely. But we have a legal immigration system here. And the reason why we do is because a country has the right to control the amount of people that are migrating into their country. You Black Americans are being foolish, very foolish. And you look at the numbers that voted to continue the open border policy by voting for Kamala Harris, and it's obvious that you're fools. No country can sustain an open border. How quickly you forget when Biden and Harris were in office, the border was being swamped. Cities were being swamped. Resources were being drained. No country can sustain an open border policy. The Haitian people, yes, they are Black. Yes, in my opinion, they had a legitimate asylum claim. But because the Democrats go overboard with everything, so many people flooded up in here that people with legitimate asylum claims were drowned out. People have been wanting to drag Black people, whether you're American or an immigrant, Black people into this ICE stuff for a while. So they came up with this propaganda that the Haitians attacked ICE. You have to think about what they're saying. They want to take the heat off of the illegal immigrant Latinos and put the government focus on Black immigrants because they want to pull Black American citizens into this fight. Why? I do not know. Maybe it's a spiritual thing. Why they want to pull Black Americans into this fight. And you have Black Americans on here saying, yay, yay, yay. Let me tell you Black people something. Come a little closer to the phone, tablet, iPad, TV. Let me tell you Black Americans something. You got foreigners that are in here, came here illegally, some through temporary, again, I'll repeat the word, temporary protective status, that are in here that refuse to leave. They are being encouraged to fight the United States government. You have people encouraging gangbangers to organize to fight the United States government. Now, the sapsucker United States Congress and senators are not doing what they need to do to advocate. They want you to fight them on the street. This is an act of war. When foreigners come into a nation and refuse to leave and is fighting against the United States government. Let me tell you stupid ass black people something. Black Americans, that is. These foreigners will fuck this country up and go back to where they came from. They have a homeland. America is yours. America is your homeland. You don't have nowhere to go back to once this shit gets fucked up. So I'm gonna need you assholes to put both your cheeks on two seats. These people coming here, bust down and fuck this country up because these Democrat politicians are getting money from foreign adversaries through dark channels to fund their campaigns. Once they fuck America up and America fall, everybody on that fuck America shit, your ancestors fucking built this country. This is your homeland. Most of you have never been to Africa. You don't know shit about no Africa. And you don't know shit about where your people came from in Africa. They took us from a bunch of different tribes and countries out in Africa, mixed us up, and made us the one tribe, which is the Black American tribe. So you could miss me with all that bullshit. America falls, the new regime that steps in here, they don't have to honor the Constitution. They don't have to honor no civil rights. They don't have to honor no shit that our ancestors fought for. Into slavery. Civil rights. The new regime that steps in here don't have to honor none of that. So you're hoping America falls, you're a fool. They could bring back slavery. They can bring back segregation. They can bring back all of that. They could kick your ass up out of here. So these people that are fighting to tear up the country that your ancestors built and that we fought to get protections and rights for people in, you're going to need to go sit your stupid ass down somewhere. You're letting these foreigners come in here, and it's just like, how many of you barbecued yesterday? How many of you had cookouts? How many of you have family gatherings during Thanksgiving, Christmas, holidays, birthday parties, right? You invite people in. Then when it's time to go home, you tell them, okay, thanks for coming. You know, it's getting late, I'm gonna go to bed. And they say, fuck no, I'm not leaving. I like it up in here. I'm not getting out. Excuse me, this is my house. I invited you in. In fact, I don't even know who that person is over there. I didn't invite them in. But, you know, the party's over. It's time to leave now. Oh, fuck no. We not leaving. We gonna fight to stay up in here. Fuck you. Fuck your house. We gonna stay in here. Excuse me? You gonna stay where? What the what? And you think the United States government is not going to fight? And then they want to attack ICE. I saw videos where they were shooting fireworks off at the ICE agents and the cops. You think they're just going to let you do stuff like that and they're not going to send in the National Guard? You think that they're just going to allow people to come in here and totally just bust this place down, and once they bust it the fuck down, we get an adversarial country come in here, take advantage of the weakness, and next thing you know, there is no United States of America anymore. It's something else. And you people are supporting this dumb ass shit? You don't see where this is going? I hope you fools are stocking your pantries up. I really hope you're stocking your pantries up. And I hope you got yourself some heaters. And I'm not talking about the kind that keeps you warm. Because all of this shit that you guys are doing, this chaos that's being created, why? Because the Democrats want to flood the country so they can get more congressional seats. So the Democrats can usurp democracy, but yet they're always talking about they're fighting for democracy. They're fighting for power and control. They're fighting for the interests of these adversaries that are funneling dark money into their campaigns. Black Americans, wake the fuck up. There's nothing wrong with immigrants coming here, but there's a legal process for a reason. You can't just let any and everybody just flood up. That's why they started having more military-aged men coming up in here during the tail end of Biden's administration. They're ready for war. They're ready to go to war against the United States government. And like I said, once this country falls, which it will not, because God has blessed America, through all the blood, sweat, and tears, God has blessed America, and God has his hand on the Africans who were brought here as slaves. Do not get involved in all of this illegal immigration shit, Black Americans. The United States government, just like any country, has a right to say, okay, your temporary status is over, please leave. People are willing to fight to stay in America, but they're not willing to fight those cartels and those corrupt politicians in their country. And don't give me that shit about America did this and that to other countries. That's why they're so horrible. They're horrible because the people did not rise up and come together and get rid of the corruption in their country. And that's what we need to do here. We need to rise up and get rid of the corruption in our country before we end up like their country that they're running from. But they don't give a damn, because you have a lot of people that are just jealous of the history of this country. We came from slaves to freedom in this country, where you could see a black person become a president. So the bottom line is, there's nothing that these other countries that are going through things can't accomplish. If the people come together, they solve.
And they done beat ICE the fuck up and ran them out of the hood, as they should. Flatbush Haitians are...
So here's some more propaganda. These are the types of videos we're seeing.
always on the right side of history. I don't care what nobody say. So you telling me that ICE came to Brooklyn, specifically Little Haiti, Flatbush, because they all I.C.E you leave? I guess ICE was trying to detain the Haitians over there, and the Haitians were not going for it. I think that people forget that we were the first ones to be freed. My people got a taste of slavery and said, we can't do this. Wrap this up by tonight. We did. If there's anything that we know Haitian people are known for doing, is fight for what they believe in. And they done beat ICE the fuck up and ran them out of the hood. As they
This is cap. This is nothing but bullshit. You are not going to run the United States government away from deporting people. I believe that this is some propaganda, and then you have some people that are hopping on, cheering it on. But I think that this is propaganda, so the heat is taken away from other illegal immigrant communities to focus on thinking that the black illegal immigrant community and the ones that are losing their temporary protective status, that they are the threat. So the government could just laser focus on the black illegal immigrants. Because, and don't get me wrong, I love Haitian people. But if you got so much heart, then why aren't you down there fighting in your own country? You know, so this girl can come on there talking about some Flatbush, Brooklyn, and all this other stuff. Flatbush, my fucking black American ass. Get the fuck up out of here. That's the way I look at it. Get the fuck up out of here. Go fight in your own country. How the fuck you gonna come to somebody else's country and fight to stay in their country? Go fight to stay in your own fucking country. Because the way I look at it, you motherfuckers are just coming here to bust down this country so it can look like your shit. The shit that you don't want to go back to. There's no way in hell that you think that Donald Trump is going to allow the Haitian community or any community to buck up against ICE and the United States government just tuck their tail between their legs and run off and just leave it alone. All this bullshit is for the purpose of making ICE laser focus on black people. It's nothing but cap. It's nothing but bullshit. And as far as black Americans are concerned, they have been wanting to pull you in this fight. So they figure if they start bucking up all this bullshit propaganda that you, like clockwork, like predictable, you're all jumping on TikTok saying, yay, yay. The fuck does slavery have to do with ICE deporting illegal immigrants? You are an illegal immigrant. You are not a slave. They're not trying to deport you to be no slave. They're not trying to enslave you. They're saying you worn your welcome out. Please get the fuck out. That's what they're saying. They're not trying to hurt you. They're not trying to do nothing to you but get you the fuck up out of here. So why black Americans are trying to liken it to slavery and this and that and all this other stuff, like, sit your black ass down somewhere and God, for God's sake, shut the fuck up. I mean, damn. I mean, learn how to shut the fuck up and peep where the serpent is slithering. They bust this country down, you niggers will end up in slavery. Or you'll be deported to whatever country is willing to take your ass in. Don't let these foreigners come up here and fuck this shit up. This is our country. They have somewhere else to go back to. They got a whole other country that they can go back to. They got whole other families and stuff that if they were to snatch your black American ass up off the street and try to deport you somewhere, you don't know nobody in no Africa. You are not no family and friends with nobody in no fucking Africa that's going to take your black ass in and help you get on your feet and teach you the language and all of that other stuff. You need to think about what you're doing. Don't let these bitches like this pump your heart up. This is not your fight. Your fight is to protect your homeland. You don't let no guests come in. You don't let somebody sneak into your house and be running this shit. No, it don't work that way. You don't run nothing up in here. And I fully support ICE getting these motherfuckers out of here. I really do. If you're here illegally and you're not humble enough to try to talk to your senator or congress people or get a lawyer, all these advocacy groups, they should be trying to get lawyers. They should be humble. They should be saying, I know we came in here illegally. We're still in danger if we go back to our home country. They should be doing something. No, they pumping their heart up and all this other stuff. Yeah, we're going to stay here. Yeah, we're going to fight the American government. Yeah, fuck America and all that. Yeah, this stolen land and all this other stuff. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. This is stolen land. Well, it's not stolen no fucking more. A whole country's been built up on it. And unless you're ready to go to war with the United States government, pack your shit and get the fuck out and take whatever American sympathizer with you. You got these stupid ass liberal Americans that don't know their asshole from their lips are sitting up here trying to bust their own country down. Why? Because they want to usher in some sort of socialist, communist, open border country. That's not what America is. We cannot sustain that type of government and policies here. It will destroy this country, which is what these foreign adversaries want. So black Americans, and I say this with love and kindness, shut the fuck up about ICE. Unless you are supporting ICE, sit your black, shined up ass cheeks down and shut the fuck up. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so.
Yup, the Haitians beat up ICE. So you can see right here, recent ICE operations in Brooklyn have intensified, particularly in Little Haiti. in East Flatbush, sparking community resistance and safety concerns. Y'all see how many people came outside?